Joey Votto retired from baseball. I think
Sure did.
I think we knew this was coming. Yeah,
Not
sure
surprised.
feels like it.
Not in the
Yeah, sure
least
feel.
surprised.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, he was in. I mean, he was playing in the minors for the Blue Jays. He's playing in Buffalo, the Buffalo
Yeah.
Bisons. And I wonder if Brig, if he had just been waiting to see if the Blue Jays were going to call him up for their series against Cincinnati.
Ah, interesting. I hadn't thought about it that way. I was thinking that if they were going to make a playoff push, he'd hang out, but that has crumbled.
Well, and I don't know. I don't know if that would have been the case. Just because you could only add two more guys, pitcher and a hitter, and I don't know
That's
if he
true.
would have been
Yeah,
the hitter they were going to add.
correct. I don't know either.
So I don't know. I think it was the Cincinnati series, but he said in his own words basically what he said was I haven't been playing well enough to warrant it. That yes, there are some people in Cincinnati who would want to see me play, but I could not put on the kind of show that they want to see from me, so
Yeah,
gonna hang it up.
yeah. He's always been really self-aware, and uh,
Yeah,
that's great.
yeah. He has a future in television, guaranteed.
Oh yeah,
First team all personality, and he's gonna do great.
I think so too. I agree.
So some of the numbers: 17 years in the big leagues, all with Cincinnati. Six-time All-Star, won an MVP, won a Gold Glove, ended with 356 homers, a 294 career batting average, 144 OPS plus, and 64.5 career WAR. The question, Brig,
That's pretty good.
is Joey Votto a Hall of Famer, though?
I don't know. I don't. I don't know. This is going to be one of those that comes down to voter preferences, who he's up against on the ballot, how many years he might have to go. He's not a first ballot guy,
No, he's not.
but I can see, if he ages well in the sixth, seven, eight, ninth year, something like that, I can see it happening.
Possibly. Yeah, I agree with that. And I think one of the things that could happen is you I think it depends on the level of research voters want to do on Joey Votto because there are some insane stats about his hitting ability.
For
Like there
sure.
was that one a couple years ago that it was like Joey Votto was gone 752 at bats without popping out to the first baseman. It's like
Yeah.
nobody does that, right? Something like that. Like
Right.
it had basically been like a year or something like that, or almost a year since he had popped out to the first baseman. It's like, well, that's bizarre, but it's because he was a good hitter. He put bat on
He was.
ball,
Yeah.
right?
Some of
So
those stats are really obscure though. Like the one you referenced is that a Hall of Fame stat or is that a Gee Whiz stat? That seems like a ESPN Sunday Night Baseball stat.
it is, it really is. But also though, I feel like it's one of those things that can point you kind of down a rabbit hole of his hitting ability, of his ability as
For
a
sure.
player, right?
I
Like that
agree with
point
you there.
in a direction like, okay, so why? What was
Hmm.
he doing otherwise? Was he striking out a ton? Maybe for a stretch. Oh, he was putting the ball in play. Like he was hitting it on a line. And so I don't know, but
Yeah.
I think something like that could point you in a direction and have you be really curious and be like, I found these specific stats right here, like exact measurable statistics that say this is why Joey Baldo is a Hall of Famer. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know if it'll
I
happen,
w-
but
Again, I wouldn't be surprised either. I think what's going to happen too is we're going to see how batting averages are looked at cumulatively throughout this sort of portion of his career, and how he stacks up against the context of the same time frame. Because at
mhm,
294, today a 294 is killer, but
yeah.
not that long ago it wasn't Hall of Fame worthy. So it'll be interesting to see.
So here's this for you. He led the league in doubles once,
Hmm.
led the league in walks one, two, three, four, five times, led the
Hmm.
league in on base percentage one, two, three, four, five, six, seven times, led the league in slug once, and OPS twice, OPS
Okay,
plus once. He wasn't even an all star that year.
interesting.
They did led the league in OPS plus. That was 2016.
Yeah.
So, and intentional walks three times. So pitchers still didn't want to pitch to him. And I think like you get like a Yu Darvish too, who's like might even like petition for him because Votto, I remember
Sure.
seeing on social media, Votto called out his two seamer. He's like, "That's a terrifying pitch because it looks like it's going to hit you." in the left-hander
Right.
batter's box. And Darvish replied and said, "I came up with that pitch because I was facing you so often." What
Yeah,
better compliment do you have for somebody?
that's incredible.
I had to change my pitching arsenal because I was pitching against you. So
That's fantastic. I think that maybe you're right. Maybe there is some campaigning that goes on and some support from the rafters and from the peanut gallery. That could
I
be
think
cool.
so. I think he'll get it. I don't know if it'll work, but I think he'll get it.
The support, you mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.